Alright, good afternoon. We are doing some logging. There's the first log. Unfortunately, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just getting here. I had an 11 o'clock meeting this morning. My buddy Tim, his truck's already here. He's already in the woods with the bulldozer. I had a highway meeting. Joys of being on the county legislature. But anyways, I brought the tractor because we're going to do some skidding with that. I have to put that on the back of the tractor on my 3-point hitch arms, and then we will head to the woods. So I need to get back to you because I gotta have both hands. A little greasy, not as bad as I thought it would be. We're heading across the field to the woods where we're cutting the trees. See his dozer tracks. He didn't cut in much when he went out for lunch to his truck and took that first log out. Me, I'm cutting in a little with the tractor, but then again we've lost 2 foot of snow. We're just down to snow patches now, and unfortunately this is a very long field to have to drag everything out to where the landing is going to be on the side of the road. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, just a little background for when we log. Oh, I see he's got some dragged out here. We don't go in and devastate a woods and then say, oh, in 10 or 12 years you can go and cut it again. No, we kind of selective cut every 3 to 4 years. Oh, that's got a nice heart in it. Right now we're doing some hard maple. I technically should start hauling, but I'm gonna park here and walk out in the woods and see if I can find him, and then I'll start dragging. So I'll get back to you here when I find him. See, there's a nice hard maple, but it's still a little too small, so we let that one grow. There's another nice hard maple. We're only selectively cutting. Here he comes with the bulldozer with one right now. You're gonna be on YouTube, Tim, whether you like it or not. Nice small dozer. What's that? Yeah, there's no animals harmed in this filming. You're on YouTube, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I just told you it was gonna happen.
Look at the heart in that thing. It's the size of your thumb. It's the size of your thumb. That means that's a really nice log. Other than the twig you're dragging with it. So, oh, there's another nice one right there. Oh, that's right, we got that one marked. It's got blue on it. We should cut that one before we scratch it up with other ones coming by it. This one, right in front. So we got some nice cherries in here. Is that an ash?
Yeah.
That's definitely can go then. So. All right, getting ready to take another one down. Told me which way it was going, so I'm standing the opposite way. And then hoping he's right, which he should be. It's supposed to fall the opposite way that I'm standing. And if for some reason it doesn't, you'll get an action shot of me running like hell. But I have my faith in Tim. Is this like carpentry? Measure twice, cut once? he's got the wedge out. I'm trying to hold the camera on him and watch the top of that tree at the same time, so that I know it's going in the right direction. And if for some reason it doesn't, I know to get the hell out of here. Yep, it's starting to lean the direction that he said it was going. And there it goes. Is that where I was supposed to yell timber? I forgot. Timber. Well, that one doesn't have quite as nice a heart in it. You like the hearts being a little smaller than that, but that's still a good tree. 2 or 3 really good logs in it. Cutting down this next one. Again, trying to keep the camera on him while I watch the top, because, well, he's just cutting the notch out right now anyhow. But I'd kind of like to live to see tomorrow. And maybe even the next day. Although I'm still trying to recover from seeing Ed Gosselin's face finally. Ooh, that was scary. Sorry, Ed, you know I like to pick on you. That's a hell of a nice tree right there. That goes a long ways up until it gets to its first limb. And the other thing I like about Tim cutting these, he cuts them really low. And then we'll cut the butts off the trees if we have to. That way we're not leaving such big stumps in the woods. And he cuts up the tops. Doesn't leave a bunch of brush from the tops laying. Okay, I'll give it to you this time. Timber. I didn't yell it, but there it goes. So the question remains, if a tree falls in the woods, can you hear it? I just heard it. All right, for those of you, when I talk about the heart of this hard maple tree, it's that mark right there. You see how small that mark is compared to the whole base of the tree? That makes for a very good hard maple tree. The smaller the heart, the better the wood up through, which in turn, more money for the tree. And that's a really nice, long, straight tree, and as long as that heart stays true. Now I know some of you watching this, it's funny, you mentioned hard maple in the Northeast and people in the South are like, well, that's a junk tree. No, here in the Northeast, hard maple is our bread and butter tree that we make the most money on when we log. Hard maple. Cherry's not bad, other than we have what they call a gum cherry up here. It's kind of a moist cherry instead of a dry, hard cherry. But they're still worth decent money. We got some yellow birch in here we're gonna take out. We're gonna take out some soft maple in the swampy areas. What else were we gonna take out? The yellow birch, some cherry, some soft maple, the hard maple. We're gonna ask them about we're gonna take out some ash because we got the ash borer up here. So basically, what, another 5 years there ain't gonna be any ash because the bugs are gonna eat the shit out of the trees. And we're gonna ask them about hickory before we cut any. So that's the plan for what we're cutting. All right, I'm back in the shop. Just gave Buddy a bone, huh, Buddy? Yeah, tell everybody like and subscribe. Tell them thumbs up, and subscribe. All right, we're done for the day. It's Friday evening. Oh, Buddy. I left the tractor outside. Buddy says, yep, because it's muddy. And they say chances some rain and snow tonight, so maybe it'll clean it off some. I think I'm gonna make this a two-part video. This will be part one. You saw, you know, cutting down the trees. I think, yeah, I did a time lapse. Yeah, time lapse of me dragging a couple out with the tractor and whatnot. And I think part two will be when the buyer comes next week, whenever that is. We got to get a hold of him, and we're cutting them up into lengths and getting them on the truck and all that stuff. So something different, huh? Not loading corn. Sorry, Murphy. I know you love watching corn loading, but no corn today. So logging instead. So leave me a comment down below. You know, scroll till you get past that dozen or so videos they show underneath the one you're watching, which should be mine. And leave me a comment, and hopefully you push that red button that says subscribed, because then you're subscribed, and give me the thumbs up. So, all right, until part two. See ya. So I couldn't resist. I had to add one more thing onto this video. So Timmy and I, it's Sunday, about 2 o'clock. We just quit a little while ago. I just got home from dragging more trees out of the woods. Oh, 1.5 miles, 2 miles away is where this farm is that we're taking it out of the woods. And one of the neighbors there drives up on his four-wheeler, and he says, "So where are you getting the trees, out of the woods?" How do you answer that question? Seriously? No, I planted them last year in a greenhouse. I mean, come on.